great to see you back again. So as we move forward and we keep going through this course, the next thing we're going to kind of really focus on here is going to be values. What are your values? We kind of throw that word around a lot, but do we really stop and take inventory about what does that mean? What do my values mean? And how do my values affect me in the career choice and my happiness with that particular career and where I should fit into something? So we're going to take an opportunity here to really kind of explore values, what they mean to you, and how they can affect you in your career decisions. So they're very, very important. They're what motivates you in your life. They're what keeps you going. And that value system, you can keep going because I am this. I am a hard worker. I am an ethical person. I'm a good mom. I'm a Christian person. Whatever it is that you are, that you hold valuable to you, you will work. You will work hard to maintain that. You will work with that regardless of what obstacles are placed in front of you. So we want to kind of focus on what are those values and what do those values mean to you. They're very, very personal, and they're very different for each and every single one of us. And our values are shaped by a lot of different things in our lives. They're going to be shaped by our individual experiences. They're going to be shaped by our family and how we were raised and the things that were embedded in us in our upbringing. They're going to be shaped by our culture, our gender, our ethnicity, our friendships, our education, our environment. So many different things that are there that are formulating and changing and influencing who we are and what values we've established in our lives. And that value system will continue to change and grow as we do. It's a moving thing. It's not a stagnant thing. While there's some core values that we're going to establish, the rest of those things will continue to develop as we develop. We'll talk briefly in this chapter about Maslow and his hierarchy. And this hierarchy has been well established, and regardless of your field, you're probably going to have opportunity to touch on Maslow and talk about Maslow. And why do we talk about him? Because his theory of motivation is a pretty strong one and well established. And he basically says we have to first satisfy our primal needs, and those are going to be our biological needs. And if those biological needs are not satisfied and we are afraid of we're going to have food and water, that's going to take precedence above everything else. From there, we're going to move towards our safety needs and our ability to feel safe in whatever we do. That can be job security, that can be feeling safe in our particular environment, whatever that is. Safety is going to be key there. And then from there, love and belonging. We can't really feel connected or like we belong to something until we feel safe in that environment. From there, we will develop a self-esteem, a pride, something that makes us feel good about who and what we are. And finally, from there, what he refers to as self-actualization. So really, really growing and being able to give back and influence those things in our worlds. We can't ask somebody to give back when they're still formulating who they are or when they're still afraid every single day of what's going to happen to them. So that's a progression that you should keep in mind, and it does influence where we're at. Another thing that influences us is intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. And what does that mean? An extrinsic motivation, it means something from the outside that motivates me. I am motivated by power. I'm motivated by money. I'm motivated by travel. I'm motivated by a big house or a big car. There is something on the outside that I want, and I want it a lot, and I am going to get it. And I am motivated to get it, and I will do whatever it takes to get it. On the other side, we have intrinsic motivators. These are the things that just mean something to our heart. And whether we're rewarded for them or not, the reward comes from doing them. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy my children. I enjoy fishing. I enjoy reading. You're not getting a reward on the outside for that. You're getting the reward on the inside because it's important to you. So when somebody says, I'll help you with that, and the answer is, no, I'll do it. Show me how to do it. Show me how to grow, but I want to do it rather than have it done for me. That's an intrinsic motivator. That's something that's important to us. And there's a great deal of value that comes from that. And that value may be so important in helping us to decide what are we going to do with that moving forward into our careers. How does that thing that I have affect what career choice I should have? And now we're going to be looking at the nitty-gritty of the job. So what are the parts of that job? Well, how is that job done? And are the parts of that job, the way that job is done, does that fit with me and my personality and my values? And if it doesn't, you're always going to be in an internal struggle and you're going to be unhappy. So one of those things to think about is like the task of the job. I think it looks really cool on TV to be this, that, or the other thing. What does it really mean to do that job? That's where your internships are really valuable, because I've done it. I've physically done the job and I know what it takes, and so there's a motivation in there. The other thing is the environment. Am I working in? Can I work in that environment? Is that environment comfortable? Am I on the road or in the field? Am I in the office? Does that work with who I am? And if it doesn't, we want to look at that. The relationships that are built in that job. Is this a job that's really autonomous? And if relationships are a huge value for me and I feel like I'm aloof and I don't have any connections or any relationships, that may not be the right job for me. I need something that's more involved with people and things like that. The last one is a work-life balance, and that's a struggle that so many people have across the board. It is always hard to find that. And so when you look at that work-life balance, where are you at in your life? We looked at that in chapter 1 a little bit. Where are you at in your life? Are you at a place in your life where you can travel, or you can't travel, or you need to be working from home, or you want to be out in the office, or you can only work 20 hours, or what is that balance for you at that moment? Or where is that balance in the future? To ensure that you have a job that you're not only going to love, but you're going to be able to sustain and you're going to be able to do. We all have different things that happen in our life. Health issues, family issues, whatever that might be. Make sure that you're checking out that balance and it fits for you. Your values reflect who you are. They help you to develop your reputation. So you want to think about that. What does your reputation mean to you? What do people say when you're in a career field, when they say, hey, there's that Joe Schmo? What do they say about Joe Schmo? Is he a hard worker? Is he really honest? Does he bring great ideas to the table? Is he a super good team player? What do people say about you? If you don't know, ask. What is it you put forward? What is your reputation? What do people see when they see you? And is it what you want them to see? And if it's not what you want them to see, that's okay. You're still here. You can change that. You can start showing that you're dependable. You can start showing that you're reliable. You can start showing that you're a good communicator or a good team player or whatever that is that you want people to see. You have the ability to control for that. And this class is just going to help you be more aware of that. What are the things that can affect your reputation? One of them is your relationships. How do you treat other people? How you treat others, how you are a team player, how you're involved with others, how you respect others, how you treat authority, how you would treat people that are in positions that are, subordinate to you. That is a big effect to your reputation. What activities are you involved in? When people see you, what activities are you doing? What are you involved in? When people know what you're connected to? I'm not saying we need to judge a book by a cover. Nobody's saying that. But what we are saying is people see you. They see all of you. And when they see you, what are they seeing? And is it the type of person that they want in that role, that they feel comfortable with? Think about that for yourself. Who do you want taking care of your children when you're not there? Who do you want as your doctor? Who do you want doing different things? Hopefully it's somebody who embraces the values that you think are important. And making sure that you not only embrace those values, but that you demonstrate that to others so that people see that. If you're on your Facebook page with all kind of profanity and all kind of stuff that you wouldn't want your mother to see, don't put it out there and think you're going to get a job and your career people aren't going to go look. They are. And when they're trying to decide, is this person reliable, and you've got posted on your Facebook page how you had a drinking bonanza over the weekend and you didn't make it to work but you lied to your employer, probably not going to work out well for you. But you can change it. You have the power to change it and to develop it and become the person you need to be. So that affects us. Our relationships, our activities, our lifestyle. Again, I'm not saying don't be who you are. I'm saying make sure that you project the person you want to be seen. And your appearance. How do I look? Am I sloppy? Am I put together? Am I clean? Do I smell? Do I look like I value myself when I go out, or do I look like I haven't done my laundry in a week and a half and I've showered less than that? What do I look like? We're not talking about being gorgeous. We're not talking you have perfect makeup. We're talking about clean and put together and looking like you're ready to work. Do you have that image? And are you projecting that image? And that's important. Or is the only pictures we can find about you a mugshot and you drinking a beer? I don't know. Hopefully that's not the case. If it is the case, you got time to change. Be mindful that these things affect your reputation, and your reputation affects your ability to get jobs. Have you Googled yourself? If you haven't, you should. What comes up when you Google yourself? What's out there? What do you see? And what you see is what your employer is going to see. So it's a good idea. It's a good idea to kind of think about those selves. So look at what you're doing. Take the time to change it if you need to change it. Take an inventory. And I'll see you soon.